Hello, hi Sabrina. Hello, Sabrina.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. And hello, Wellington.
Hello again, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Mm. It's night there?
Yes, it is 9 p.m.
Okay, here is 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay, so mid-afternoon.
Yes, yes.
Nice,
Is the
nice.
is the last class today?
Yes, it is. And it's late. I don't usually teach this late, um, but I thought I'd pick up an extra class. So glad to be here.
It's good for us.
Yeah,
Yes, very good.
good, good. And hopefully everything goes well. Um, I just tried to access the links to the website, and it looks like the website is down.
Yes, this is true. I tried too, and the
Actually,
both sites is down, are
Yeah.
down.
um, so that's frustrating, but I was able to access the cached version of the website. So it's not the full website. It doesn't look good, but it has the videos and it has the questions. So I think we'll be okay. Um, and so hopefully it works without too many problems.
okay.
Um, yeah, so this is listening practice, and we'll be watching short video clips and listening for specific information. And both are videos about London. We have the London Underground and the Tower of London. And basically, I chose these because a week from tomorrow, I will go to London with a school here. Um, so I need to learn about London.
It's good.
Uh,
Also,
yeah. So I figured if I did a lesson, it would help people who want to know more about London, and I can learn something new as well.
Does you remember Simone?
Hmm.
Does you remember Simone?
Simone?
Yeah, yes, she is there.
Oh, in London right now?
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow, amazing. That's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm excited to go. It's somewhere I've always wanted to visit, and never been able to. So soon I'll get to go, and hopefully I'll know something about the place. I'm going as a teacher, so um, while I won't have to teach history or anything myself, um, I will be supporting students as they learn about the history. Um, so it's a good idea for me to learn a little bit. And just as everyone's arriving here, there is a problem with the link. It looks like the website is down. Um, Even when I go to the website from a different way, the website is down, um, which is a problem, but hopefully a small problem. I do have the cached websites pulled up. The videos are working in YouTube, so we should be okay. Let's see, Natasha, hello.
Hello, hello, it's good to see you. Hello, guys.
Good to see you too. How are you today?
Thank you, I'm fine. I have had a nice day today. It was really nice weather. We have a great holiday today, and thank you. It all was very nice.
Great. Sounds like a perfect Saturday.
Yes, yes.
Nice. Love those. Love those.
Thank you.
And Ksenia, hello.
Hello. Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good, good. Great. So we won't let this website problem ruin anybody's Saturday. We will. I'll share. I don't know enough about technology really to know even what a web cache is, but I'm going to post a link in the chat. Can't promise that will work for you, but we'll try it. So we have 2 lessons today, or 2 listening activities, both about London, and we'll start with the London Underground. So I'll go to the website. First we'll talk about the vocabulary. Then we will listen for some main ideas. And then we'll listen again for specific information. So let's start, and hopefully this works out okay. And I do apologize for any problems. This has never happened to me before. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so starting with the London Underground. This is the web cache version of the website. It's much less attractive than the normal website, but the content is there. All right. So, I guess this one does not have vocabulary first. It has predictions to start. So we have 3 statements, and you will make predictions about whether you think they are true or false. And let's see if I can have volunteers. Would someone like to read the first question for us, or the first statement?
I can.
All right, thank you, Ksenia. Go ahead.
The London Underground is the world's oldest underground train network.
Great. So predictions, what do you think? Anyone? Is this a true statement or a false statement? And this is just a guess.
False.
I think it's true.
I think it's true.
I think it's true too.
All right, we have 3 votes for true, 1 vote for false. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to guess. I know that the second oldest underground is in Budapest. But I don't know where the oldest one is. So I guess I'm just going to say false. I'm going to go with the minority there. I'm going to guess false. All right, thank you, Ksenia. How about number 2? And I'm trying to highlight it. Not working so well. Statement 2. Natasha, would you read statement 2 for us?
Okay, some sections of the network run above ground. I think it's true.
Good, good. And anyone else? Predictions? Do you think that's true or false?
False.
True.
True.
Good. So one false, one true, another true. Good. Again, I'm not sure on this one. I know most metros that I know of do have parts above ground, so I think I will predict true. All right, and statement three.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. I think no, it's true, but it's true. It's true.
Okay, so
Okay.
prediction for true. Good.
Yeah.
Great. And then statement three, Sabrina, will you read statement three for us?
Yes. The London Underground is also known as the Metro or Metro. I don't know.
Good. All right. Thank you very much. And predictions. What do you all think?
It's true.
It's false.
All right.
It's true.
Two votes for true, one for false.
I think true. Ah, no, false. False.
All right. Two for true, two for false. My guess is true, just because other underground systems I've heard of are often called metro. That could be wrong, but we'll see. Okay, so we'll watch the video the first time just to verify these three statements, find out if we are true or false. I do have to, I have to pull it up on YouTube. Sorry. I'm going to, I will share the video through the YouTube app. So on the left-hand side of our screen, if you find the YouTube app, that's how we'll share this video. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just add it really quick here for us. Whoops. Okay. All right, let's see. So that was our first viewing, and we were listening for those 3 predictions. All right, so there were there were definitely some vocabulary there that I did not understand. I do find the British accent a little bit hard. For me, it's a little bit difficult. So, but hopefully you were able to listen and get something out of that. Let me just say welcome, Jose. Hello. Oh, gone again. Never mind. All right. So let's go back to our predictions. So number 1, the London Underground is the world's oldest underground train network. Was that true or false?
True.
Yeah, that was true. It said it within the first minute of the video, or probably the first 30 seconds. It said the first of its kind, built in 1863, or opened in 1863. Good, so true. How about number 2? Some sections of the network run above ground. Is that true or false?
True.
True, yeah. Did anyone hear the percentage?
55.
Yeah, good listening. That was kind of surprising. More than half is above ground. Interesting. And how about number 3? The London Underground is also known as the Metro. True or false?
I didn't hear.
I think you didn't mention.
Yeah. Good, very good. It actually, the video did not mention, it did not explicitly mention a nickname, but it did use a nickname. Did anyone hear the nickname for the London Underground? It's not the Metro.
Tube?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Tube. I had forgotten about that. I knew that, but I didn't think of it. Yeah, so it's not known as the Metro, but it is known as the Tube. Great. All right, so now we will listen a second time and we'll look for the answers to these questions. So kind of listening for a specific purpose. So let's just read the questions before we watch again. We will not answer the questions right now. We will just read them. So Wellington, would you read this first question for us?
Yes. And true, false, or we don't know. London's Underground Railway was the first of its kind in the world.
Great, and we may already know the answer to that, but anyhow, we'll listen again anyway. Good. Second question. Ksenia, will you read the second question, please?
Trains on the London Undergrounds run all through the day and night. The video doesn't say, but I don't know, maybe said about it something.
Good. We'll listen again and see, maybe there's a reference or something. Even if they don't say explicitly, maybe there will be some indication. Great. All right. Natasha, will you read question 3 for us?
Okay. Which of these statements is true? First, the London Underground carries 14 million passengers a year. Almost a billion train journeys are made on the London Underground annually. The London Underground opened in 1816.
Good. So some really specific facts we're going to be listening for. Great. Thank you very much. Fourth question, Sabrina.
The oldest section of the network runs below newer sections. Falls through, we don't know.
Good. So listening for which sections run above or below. Excellent. 5, Wellington.
Which of these statements is true? 600 trains run on the London Underground 6 days a week. 600 trains run on the London Underground 7 days a week. 700 trains run on the London Underground 6 days a week.
Good. So again, some very specific numbers we'll be listening for. Great. And sixth question, back to Ksenia.
Which of these statements is true? London's Underground Railway is also known as the Metro. London's Underground Railway is also known as the Tube. London's Underground Railway is always known as a subway.
Good, and we've already addressed this one, but we'll listen to it anyway. Great. And last question, Natasha.
Which of these statements is false? Less than half of the Tube's railway network runs underground. Most of the Tube's railway network is underground. More than half of the Tube's rail lines are above underground.
Good, good. And we probably know the answer for that as well. But just in case, we'll listen again. And we're listening for these specific questions. And before we listen again, let's do the vocabulary review as well. These are some words from the video. So let's just read these. The first one, Sabrina, will you read the first one? State of the art?
State of the art, the best there is.
Good, good. Great. And then Wellington, the second one?
Simulator, a machine that replicates real life conditions.
Very good, very nice, excellent. Great. And let's see, Ken, hello, welcome.
Yes, hello. Good to
How
see you
are
again.
you today?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Good,
How are
good,
you?
good. I'm good, thanks. All right, so we're on the third vocabulary review. Will you read the third one for us here?
Okay. Let rules, idiom, give freedom to try something out new.
Good, very good. So, trying something new, good. This fourth one I have never heard in my life. It must be very, very British or very English. Ksenia, will you read this fourth one for us?
A bit of a doodle, very easy.
Good. Has anyone heard this idiom before?
No.
Yeah, it seemed, I heard it in the video and I was just like, what? So new for me too. Great. Fifth one, Natasha, your turn.
Make the grade competent enough to meet the required standard.
Yeah, and this one is related to grades or marks in school, of course. Good. Sabrina, will you read the sixth one?
Vigorous or vigorous?
Vigorous, good.
Vigorous, forceful, or very energetic.
Excellent, excellent, very good. And the last one, Wellington.
trait, very angry.
Good, good, good. Irate. Yeah,
Irate, I'm sorry.
irate. Yeah,
Irate, okay.
no problem, no problem. Great.
Very small.
Uh, good. So those are some vocabulary you'll hear as we listen a second time. We'll also listen for those 7 questions, and afterwards we'll answer. I don't know if the quiz will work on this version of the website, but we'll try our best. So with that, let's listen one more time. Everyone open your YouTube app. All right, here we go. All right. That looks like a fun simulator there. I would love a chance to play that. All right, so hopefully we heard the answers that we didn't have. We'll just go through quick and answer, and then we'll move on to the Tower of London. So number 1, London's Underground Railway was the first of its kind in the world. True, false, or the video doesn't say?
True.
True.
Very good. Okay, so it does work. We get a little correct symbol there. So good, yeah. So that's the oldest Underground Railroad. Great. 2, trains on the London Underground run all through the day and night. True, false, true, or the video doesn't say.
True.
The video doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
All right, I'm hearing most votes for doesn't say. I didn't hear it, so let's see.
Okay, the video doesn't. Okay.
Correct. I wonder if it does or not. Does anyone know whether it does or not?
I think it's impossible because everywhere I was, no one worked in the night, especially in Europe.
Yes. And I know all the other metros that I know of do not run in the night, so I'm sure London doesn't either. Good. Third question, which of these statements is true? London Underground carries 14 million passengers, almost a billion train journeys are made annually, and the London Underground opened in 1816.
True. The third is true.
I think second.
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 All right, I'm hearing mostly second, so let's see. Yes. Correct. Yes, true. So almost a billion train journeys made annually every year. Great. All right. True, false, or we don't know. The oldest sections of the network run below newer sections. False, true, or we don't know.
False.
False.
I think it's false. Or we don't know, né? Because I don't hear this.
Maybe video said maybe even though it is called underground, train run the ground.
No, I think newer section of the network run below oldest section. So oldest section is nearer the surface than the newer. So it's false, I think.
Good, all right. So I'm hearing mostly votes for false. Let's check. Correct, very good. Yeah, it did say that the older sections are almost at street level, and then newer sections are 20 meters or so below, which makes sense if we think about how they built it, maybe.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Also because the buildings and houses that were built in these areas, and it's easier to build under many meters underground.
Yeah, it probably has something to do with building the city as it goes, and growing the metro and having to go below the sections that already exist. Yeah, great. All right, 5. So 3 statements. Which of these statements is true? 1, 600 trains run 6 days a week. 600 trains run 7 days a week, or 700 trains run 6 days a week.
Second.
Number 2.
Sure.
Second.
All right, I'm hearing all second. I agree. Great, yep. So they run 7 days a week, 600 trains. Great. 6, which of these statements is true? We know this one already. Is it the metro, the tube, or the subway?
Tube.
Second.
Second.
Yeah. And they pronounce it tube.
Tube.
Tube. In British English, you pronounce the U sound in the U, so tube.
Tube.
It's so much fun for me to try to do a British accent. Let's check. Yes, it is. It's the tube. Great.
One day we need a class with Stephanie and Dominic.
Praise class.
Does
Yeah.
Dominic do a good British accent as well?
Sometimes he's joking the American accent.
Oh, fun. Is he English?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
funny. Oh, funny. I don't know why it's so fun, but it is. Americans love to imitate the English accent, and I think the English like to imitate our American accent as well. Oh, funny. All right. Okay, so last question here, and I think we know this one as well. Which of these statements is false? Less than half runs underground, most is underground, or more than half is above ground?
3. That
Second.
was a
False. Second.
Yeah, which one is false? So I'm hearing a vote for the second. Second. Yeah, which one is not true? Let's find out. Yes, correct. They did say 55% is above ground. So this one is true and this one is true, but the second one is false. All right, let's click OK. All right. So even though we're not on the full website, this worked out okay, which is great. We do have one more, and the second one is on the Tower of London. I forgot to ask at the start, but has anyone ever visited London?
No, I'm not.
Good. Good. So no one has an unfair advantage then.
My cousin is there doing exchange in a school.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, he is there. She is there.
Cool. So is she there studying English or is it for a different subject?
English, study English.
Cool.
Yeah, she went last month.
Wow. So she's going to come back and she'll have a British accent in her English.
Maybe not.
Well, if she learns, if she improves her language, she will acquire the accent.
Yeah, but here we study. We have more contact with the American accent. So because this, I think not.
Oh yeah, she might wind up with a mix.
Yeah.
I know my Spanish accent is a mix because I learned in Chile and then I went to Spain and then I worked with a lot of Mexicans and Ecuadorians.
Yeah.
So yeah, so she'll wind up with a mixed accent probably.
English is Spanish.
Yeah, fun. I really like accents, and I think it's amazing how we acquire an accent of where we learn our second language. I think it's really cool. Okay, so let's go to the Tower of London. This is one I know even less about than I know about the Tube. But it is a tourist attraction, and it's on my itinerary, so I'm going to see this, and I'd like to know more. This one does start with a little bit of vocabulary work, so let's go through this list. I'll just read a word, and I'll ask if anyone has a definition. If you don't, of course, no problem. We don't expect anyone to know these words beforehand. And in that case, we'll just look it up really quick. So, first word, conquer. Conquer. Does anyone have a definition for conquer?
Win to reach, gain.
Yeah, that's a good definition. Yeah, to win. And oftentimes it's like land or people, related. Conquistadors conquer. Yeah, good. Great. Second one, high status. Anyone have a definition for high status?
It's like in people high status, like I don't know, maybe celebrity, yes?
Yeah.
It's, who have a high status.
Yeah, good. That's a good example. Yeah, someone who's well known or famous, probably rich or high class. Good. Third one, tower.
A kind of building or a part of the building. It's more high than the other part.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Very good definition. Yep, a building or a part of a building that is very high. Great. Fourth word, inmate. Anyone have a definition for inmate?
Prisoner?
Yes, excellent. Very good, Ken. An inmate is a prisoner. Good. Next word, tragic. What does tragic mean?
Terrible.
Yeah. Terrible, very sad, definitely. Related to the word tragedy. Good. Sixth word, allegedly. Does anyone have a definition for allegedly?
Maybe.
It is said.
It's like maybe, allegedly.
Yes.
Said. That's said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is said.
It's said.
Yeah, it is said but not verified. So
Yeah.
if it's alleged, it's something someone has said, but we're not sure if it's true. This is often used in legal situations. Good. Good definition. Next one is an idiom. To stand the test of time. What does that mean?
Maybe it stands a very long time.
Yeah, so something that's been
Like
around
all the
for.
tower.
Yeah, that's a good definition. Something that stands the test of time is something that has lasted for hundreds of years. Good. How about the next one, graffiti?
Wall art?
Wall art?
Yes, no?
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yep, wall art. And sometimes it's allowed and a lot of times it's not. Good. Next word, traitor.
Maybe someone who betrays.
Yes, very good, very good. You can maybe see the root. They share a root there. Betray and traitor. Someone who betrays is a traitor. Very good. Next one, a baying crowd. And bonus points for this definition if anyone has it, because I don't.
Maybe it's a wild crowd who yelling. No?
I think so. So I've never heard this phrase together. I know what a crowd is. It's a group of people. I know what baying is, but I've only heard it used with animals before. Like if dogs are baying, then they're howling and barking and making a lot of noise. Good. Next one, fortress. Anyone have a definition for fortress?
Yes. It's a strong building which protects you against enemies.
Excellent. Perfect definition. Very good. And the last one, raven.
Kind of big black bird, similar to I forgot the name.
Crow?
Cloud, yeah.
Yeah, similar to a crow. A raven is a blackbird. Good. All right, and this is a short one. We'll probably go pretty quick just to make sure we can get through all of this. But again, first we'll listen for these 3 questions on the first listening. Number 1, Ken, would you read number 1 for us?
Okay. What was the original purpose of the Tower of London?
Good. So we're going to listen for why they built it, what it was used for at first. Anna Carolina, hello, welcome.
Hi, teacher. Thank you. Sorry for being so late.
No worries. But it is your turn. Can you read number 2 for us?
Sure. How many towers does the Tower of London have? Which one is the most famous?
Very good. So we're going to listen for the answer to those questions. Excellent. And 3, Ksenia.
What are the buttons of the Tower of London called?
Great. Excellent. So listening for the answers to these 3 questions. I do have to start it and then get the YouTube link. We'll put it in the YouTube app. All right, so everyone, let's go to the YouTube app. There. Oh, sorry about that. Let me get the right video up here. My computer is being very slow. Let me try that again. All right, sorry everyone, I'm not sure what the problem is. In the playlist I see the proper video and I click on it and it's not playing. Let me just try to get the link again. All right.
Can you put the link?
Yeah, I'll paste the link in the chat there. I am not sure why the YouTube, and now I don't seem to have a YouTube app anymore. Wow, what has happened? I don't have a YouTube app anymore. Like it's gone. Let me reload it. Try this one more time. I apologize. I'm going to just try it one more time, otherwise we'll have to watch on our own. Come on. If I maybe All right, so that was actually a little longer than I remembered it being, and a little more difficult, although I liked the way he spoke. I understood his accent better, but complex information, a lot of information.
Yeah.
All right, and we don't have much time, so let's just see if we can get some answers to these questions. Did anyone hear what was the original purpose of the Tower of London?
Prison, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I understood. It was a prison. So they held prisoners, and we saw the graffiti from the prisoners. And also a place where people were executed, where prisoners were put to death. Interesting. How about the second one? How many towers does the Tower of London have? And which is most famous?
I don't hear.
20? 20 maybe.
Yeah, good. I heard 20. I did not hear which one is most famous. Did anyone hear that?
White Tower or something? I'm not sure.
The White Tower. Sounds right to me. I didn't hear it at all. Did it say what it was famous for? Probably it held the most famous prisoners. Who knows? And the third one, this one I heard. So what are the wardens of the Tower of London called? There's a jinn of the same name.
Same name for what?
Yeah, this is a tough one. I don't think it said like explicitly, but they are called beef eaters. Beef
eater.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know why, and the video didn't say why. But it did refer to the wardens as the beef eaters. Yeah, so they're the beef eaters. There's a gin, an alcohol drink called beef eaters. Yeah, he had a strange accent. He spoke slowly, but he had a weird, it wasn't actually his accent, but like his intonation on his sentences was very strange, in my opinion. All right, so
maybe sometimes I listen to this kind of talking in British documentary or BBC podcast.
yeah, it must be something about narrating documentaries, because I've heard that cadence before, and it's just a little strange to get used to. But good listening for the time we had. We didn't get nearly through all of that. I may use this video again in a future lesson, because there's still a few more things to do with it. But we are out of time for tonight. Nice work, nice listening. I hope you learned a thing or two. And that's all I have for you tonight. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining me. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. See you.
Bye, Stephanie.
Bye, Wellington. See you.
See you.